So there's something I took down when our keynote speaker was speaking. I was almost about saying, clock it. I'm not a Gen Z, though. But she said the most successful designers are not the most talented, but sometimes are the most organized. And for me, that just shows that you can't think about business without thinking about structure. And as you can tell, I'm happy here because I'm going to call our panelists, and I really can't wait to hear or open the ears of my understanding to hear what they are going to say concerning turning skill to structure today. What structures or systems helps you transition from being creative to becoming truly professional?
Okay, for me, I will say it's not just me. It was a collaborative effort, partnership with. I have two other partners, and we have our own different set skills. The managing partner is more of business development, administration, and I just like to design. Okay, so we figured that we could come together, and we could help each other. We'll come together. The business of architecture, which is an entire discussion. The business of architecture, he handles it. The creative process, we handle it. I and Mr. Actor Femi Ajibawo, and it has helped us also see the design part and the business part differently. They are two different things. Managing client expectation. The keynote speaker said something about client philosophy. I learned this from one of my partners. Immediately we get a brief. It goes online. Search on the clients. Look at their Instagram if they have LinkedIn, hobbies, what they like. That also translates to the design. So you understand the lifestyle. Then we have conversations with the clients. Some clients are HNIs, you don't have direct access. Sometimes you just want to talk to the business, the managing partner, but you get the breakdown of what their lifestyle is. And with that, you start your design. And professionally, I have taken every design as the most important design. I take every design as a very important design, whether it's a small gatehouse renovation or it is a villa. So I take with all utmost importance. The design principles I'll use for is an high-rise is the same principle I'll use for a BQ redesign. You understand? So with that, it has shaped me to take everything serious. And some clients, they see these things. They see how you take this tiny design and you take it serious, the feedback you get, the emails you get, the questions you ask, and which also aligns with what she said about communication. You send an email making an inquiry of how they want this. This BQ that you want, is it a bunk bed you want there? Do you want just a queen size bed? So you know how to create that space. You get the size of who is staying there. Is this the head? Is this the governess of the house? Is this the head butler? Is this the gardener? So those things, they add value to how the client sees you. And I would say for the past 12 years up to 15 years, it was one of the things that made us stand out as architects. And this is from, humbly speaking, feedback from clients.
The character aspect, your integrity, and your discipline. Taking a pointer from the keynote speaker, she spoke about discipline. Without discipline, you cannot follow up on the structure that you want to put in place. Like she said, it's not going to be easy. I like how she said it's not sexy. Trust me, it's not sexy. It is something I am still struggling with. And like she said, she's gotten people to handle those aspects that are not her strong suits. Like he said, he's not bothered about the business aspect, which is not his strong suit. Know yourself. Know your strong suits. I don't waste money, but I am a spendthrift. I can save. I ride bikes. I can save, and then I will just see a big bike that I like, and I will just splash. My wife knows that. She's into IT, but she's now working on a system whereby I am accountable. Put in structures. But before you even put in structure, so your character is the foundation on which you lay all of these things, starting from discipline. Without that discipline, you will splash.
Structure helps you reduce the amount of dependency on someone else's idea of how to do things. And I think you just touched upon that, where know yourself. So by the time you get to know yourself, you build structures, how you want to work, how you want your business to operate. And then knowing your clients. I know we talked, she mentioned clients' psychology as well, which I feel like it's a very important key system or key structure you should place in your business. Now, moving forward to the financial aspects, I feel like a lot of talented creatives, they struggle with finance, they struggle with accounting and all that, but they don't necessarily know how to make their business profitable. Some people feel like because they are making money, they are profitable, they have a business, everything is going. So you give them 1-2 years down the line and you realize that, you're not really being profitable. What have you done to help your business become profitable? Can I start with Mrs. Dedayo?
What have I done to make sure my business is profitable? First and foremost, know that it's not, need to make money. Like she said, sometimes passion is not enough. Need to make money. Understand what my costs are. Understand what my margins are. And also know the different price. There are some projects that you are able to do. I don't do hourly rates. There's some projects you just might be able to do like a percentage. There's some that is like a bulk amount of money, but know what the project is about. For instance, it doesn't make sense for you to give the same cost that you would give someone that is doing a residential apartment to someone that is doing a serviced apartment, because there are different approaches to it. And also, one is on a large scale, another is on a small scale. So know the client, know the what the business is about, and then from there you can structure your fees. So that's really how I've been structuring it, but I don't do hourly rates because I think those are the only 3 major ways we've been using so far. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Folarin?
I think it works differently with interior, right? So for mainstream architecture, I think we have fees, scale of fees, where we bill clients based on the cost of the project. But I'll go back to like maybe 10 years ago. We don't ask for commitment fees, right? So just excitement, just jump on, you're just excited that someone's, giving you a brief, and that is passion. Interesting brief. You hear the brief, it sounds amazing, and as the client is talking, you're already thinking of everything you want to do, because another thing, the architect, you have the idea, someone has the money, you use their money to bring your creation into life, so you get carried away. Then I think one time we're looking at our books, and we found out that operation cost was taking everything. You get? And it was at that moment we decided I would take a commitment fee, because there's some projects where you start, some designs, don't let me call it a project, a design you start, and somewhere along the line, the client just, the fire dies, you don't hear anything, you've put in hours, you've put in time, and you're paying salaries. So we now request for commitment fees. So that commitment fee is still deductible from the final agreed fees. So with that, you have a running cost, and you filter clients, those that are not serious, those that are just, dreaming without planning or execution. So yeah, with that, we've been able to manage our running cost. And over years, it became better, and it has filtered the kind of client that come. And our rates, we can now ask close to our professional fees. Before then, sometimes you don't even take up to 50%, the kind of consideration. But now, you can say this or not, and they'll do your fees. And I think over time, you build it over time. It doesn't happen immediately. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Please put your hands together. Mr. Bayo, I want to ask you, do you think people start businesses early? Too early, yeah.
I think that will be a relative question. What is the definition of too early? So it's a yes or no question, and I think it's hard to pinpoint. My too early might be too late for someone else's. So I would say, first of all, I'm a Christian, so pray to God. Once you have the leading to start a business, dive it.
For me, what I was thinking was that I feel like, yes, as you said, there's no really right or wrong answer in that, but then make sure you start with structure first. No, make sure you understand the business of what you want to do before you start. I don't feel like there is, as you said, if God says, go ahead and start this business, why not? But make sure you equip yourself as well.
I think it was the MC who said, learn it early, right? Because you might take too much time in trying to understand the business, and by the time you have learned what you needed to learn, either the cloud has shifted or the business is no longer, maybe you even lose passion. For me, I would say once you have the leading, start. You can learn on the job, you can get a mentor, but the most important thing is to start.
Are you ready? Okay. One habit every creative should build.
Doggedness.
Most overrated productivity advice.
The fastest dog eats the biggest bone. Sometimes you get there too early and you not meet any bone.
Passion or profits.
Both.
Morning hustle or late night grind.
Both.
Book, mentor, or YouTube.
All of the above.
Is social media helping or distracting people?
It depends on the person. For someone like me, I wouldn't be where I am without the social media. Do I get carried away sometimes? Yes.
Thank you so much. Mr. Folarin, one habit every creative should build.
People skills.
Most overrated productivity advice.
I actually don't listen to any.
Passion or profits.
Both.
Morning hustle or late night grind.
Morning, also late night meetings.
Book, mentor, or YouTube.
Mentor, book, YouTube.
All of them.
Yeah. In that order.
Is social media helping or distracting people?
It is helping people. It is helping more than it is distracting.
Okay, thank you. And over to Mrs. Dedayo. One habit every creative should build.
Getting organized.
Clock it. Most overrated productivity advice.
Wake up at 4 a.m.
Passion or profits.
Profits, because I like money.
I like that. Morning hustle or late night grind.
Neither. It depends on what works for you, really.
Book, mentor, or YouTube.
Mentor, YouTube, and books.
Is social media helping or distracting people?
I think it's distracting, but it also has its good sides.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you could ask the panelists one thing about building a career from your skill, what would it be? Who would love to ask our panelists so that they can give you an answer? Anyone?
So, like, how do you merge the skills you have, like knowledge skills, what you learned in school, software design skills, like talk to people you want to talk to and go to get to where you want to get to be in life, something like that?
Who would like to answer?
I can actually try. Firstly, I'll say you must know what it is you want. What are your goals? Where do you see yourself? I know that people don't like that question, but where would you like to see yourself in 5 years? And position yourself in such a way that you're ready to learn, because what typically happens is people are not ready to learn, so they rush into things a bit too early. Because most times when you learn from people, which is why I chose mentorship, you learn from their mistakes. They're able to share experiences. They're able to hold you accountable. They're able to, speak to you based on your strengths and some things you don't like to hear. So sometimes it's also best for you to, know what it is you want. Look for the person that is doing well around that area. Probably intern or, just offer your service for free sometimes, because maybe they are not looking for an IT person. That happens a lot. When I started working, my first salary was 25K. It was ridiculous then, even as it sounds now. But I did that because I knew where I was going. That was the first place where they actually harnessed my interior skills, because right from time, I didn't want architecture. I wanted interior right from time. So I got a place within an architectural firm where they were willing to help me harness the skill. And even though when there was the challenge of, we're just doing core architecture, we don't really want this distraction that much, there was someone else to help. And I got that someone else because I was working, with that company. That's what I was saying.
Thank you so much. I hope that answers your question.
So I wanted to buttress what she said about offering your services for free. I know there will be a level where you won't have to do that. But just a backstory. My job, where I didn't start as a partner, I was an employee. Sorry. So I got the phone call from a senior colleague in school that I just helped. They were having their final year project. I just went to the studio. Does anybody need help? I just went around, help people with, they'll just give me a shit, you get. So this person was one of the people who I helped, and the call came from her because my managing partner was leaving where he was working to start up a firm, you get. So I got that job based on that service that I did because I offered my skill set for free. So sometimes it's part of it, and also networking. So I think from my own experience, I don't know about yours, most architects, while we're in school, our friends are very close. Is in studio. Most of our friends, it might extend to your hostel, maybe your roommate, but we don't socialize that much. You get. You need to socialize in a very sensible way. It can get overwhelmed when too much, but you can socialize, meet people, develop people skills, develop how to engage in small talks. You get. Then with that, people you resonate, you leave a mark on people. Then when one day somebody will need your skill set and they will remember you. All right.
He has said what I wanted to say. And then let me just add to that. Such meetings like this get as many people's number, whether you know them, whether you need them right now. But when you have their contact, especially WhatsApp, you never can tell when you would, either your status pops up in their timeline or their status pops up in your timeline on something you either need or they need. And then my story started with a collaboration with this dude. There will be no Archipenter without him. And it was because we had a relationship back from school. Get as many contacts. This is a safe space. Everybody is in the same industry. But you never can. On our drive here, I was talking with Dedayo, and I don't know whether he has mentioned it to me before, but he just told me he's into aluminum. And I'm like, really? Do you get? You never know when you are going to need the next person. As many people as well. And you don't have to say hello. But the fact that you have their contact, if you don't have my contact, you can't see my status. And that's WhatsApp. Okay, I think you should say hello. If not, the display won't change. I think it will still be letters and numbers. But say hello and just leave it there. Do you get? That was what I wanted to say.
Thank you.
Collaborate.
Thank you.
You stole my first. It's payback.
Mrs. Dedayo.
Keep moving. Keep at it.
Keep moving. Keep at it. Mr. Folarin.
The money will come.
Money will come. You're in business to make money, people. Okay, thank you so much to our amazing panelists.